Hello, everyone, and welcome to my Just a Thought series. This is essentially me just finding a way to be consistent in some sort of fashion on this channel. I've had so much going on, but I'm also very lazy. So, I need to get up in this algorithm and get my life together. Graduation is around the corner in December. I'm only going to have to adult more from here. So here we go. Welcome to Just a Thought. I've had enough. And you're going to learn over time that I've had enough of a lot of things. But today, it's the dark humor. Dark humor. I'm so tired of y'all saying some of the most abhorrent things I've ever heard in my life. And when people respond negatively, you talk about how it's just a joke. And it's interesting because in this climate, this day and age, these younger generations, one of the things older generations say all the time is, "Oh, this generation's so sensitive." And it's really ironic because actually a lot of y'all are horrible human beings and disguise it as a joke. And in particular, I mean the whole using dark humor to cope excuse. It's dead and it doesn't work. Like, y'all do realize coping mechanisms aren't meant to be permanent, one. Most of them, anyway. And two, like, since when did, nothing is off limits to y'all. That's what it is. That's my problem. Y'all think y'all can use that as a get-out-of-jail-free card, but when no one laughs and everyone's uncomfortable or someone says, "Hey, I actually don't think that's cool," it's don't judge people for their coping mechanisms. Stop projecting your coping onto the world. Joking about death isn't funny. Joking about your trauma isn't funny. It doesn't make you funny. You're just weird, and it's evident that you need to be in therapy. A mentally healthy person does not make jokes at their own expense expecting a crowd to laugh. Self-deprecation is not an indicator of a mentally healthy person. And this is coming from someone who used to be that guy, by the way. I'm not just talking out of my butt. I say this because I went along with it in high school. Make jokes about offing yourself. I gotta be careful because YouTube. Make jokes about harming yourself or other people. One, it takes a toll on you over time. That's the other thing. It's not even really a coping mechanism. Saying that kind of crap out loud over and over and over again has the opposite impact on your mental health, and I'm tired of y'all acting like that's not the case. A mentally healthy person does not joke about not wanting to be on this earth. When I used to make those jokes, it wasn't really a joke. There's always the truth in a joke, y'all. Y'all are making jokes because there's actual validity to them. Using humor to cope is stale. It's stale because y'all aren't even coping. Y'all are saying some of the most horrendous, dark things about your personal lives. "Oh, no, it's okay. You can laugh." No one wants to laugh about how your mother lost custody of you when you were 6 and your father was a drug addict deadbeat. It's not funny. And it's not quirky either, by the way. That's the whole thing with social media rotting y'all's brains. It's not funny. The comments saying, "Oh my God, same," is that's all you need when the thousands of other ones are feeling sorry for you. Go to therapy, please. Because if we're gonna be honest, the dark humor coping method excuse is just y'all being delusional. That seems to be a large issue in general with social media, but with this in particular, it just really gets on my nerves because y'all are constantly putting the people around you in awkward situations. And when someone finally does say, "Hey, that's not cool," the first thing out of your mouth is, "You can't tell people how to cope." Stop involving people in your coping. Coping is not supposed to be a social activity. Coping mechanisms are meant to be individual behaviors that help you on a personal level, and you learn to acquire healthier ones. Why not journal about it? Why not record yourself making the jokes? Why not write in a diary? Oh no, because that wouldn't get you attention, would it? I'm going to reiterate, coping mechanisms are not social events. Coping mechanisms do not involve other people. Coping mechanisms are meant to be individual behaviors that positively impact your mental health so that over time you don't need those coping mechanisms. If you were intentionally making unnecessarily dark jokes about yourself around me and other people to draw attention to yourself, I'm just going to assume you're depressed. Because as a teen, when me and my peers were making those jokes with our whole chest, it's because all of us collectively had bad mental health. Struggling. Getting it out the mud. So I'm just going to assume you need a welfare check. In fact, I got a better idea. All them jokes you got stored up, all them jokes you've been telling to your friends over and over and over again, how about you tell them to a therapist and see how funny they think they are? Tell them to a counselor. Since they're so hilarious, anyone's going to want to hear them, right? Oh, now you're on a grippy sock vacation and you didn't know how you got here. Because you know. Stop being willfully ignorant about these things, y'all. Stop trying to make them socially acceptable. They're not. Please, get some help.
But hey, argue with your mama. Don't argue with me. Because it's just a thought.